Hey guys, Todd here. Today I'm going to show you how to install the TruXedo TruXport on the 2020 Ram 2500. For this installation, I'll be using a ratchet with a 1/2-inch socket. Now make sure you're subscribed to our channel to stay up to date with all the latest content. Let's go and get started. Okay, now your first step is to install your bulkhead seal. Now this particular truck already has a bulkhead seal from a previous installation and it's doing great, so we're just going to let that go. But if it did not have a bulkhead seal, we want to first wipe this whole bulkhead down with some rubbing alcohol to remove any kind of grime, anything that would weaken the bond. You need to put the bulkhead on from one side all the way to the opposite side, cut it in place. Make sure it's as far back on the bulkhead as possible. Next, what we're going to do is take our rail and line it up. We've got a D on the driver's side rail, so that's how you can know the difference. What we're going to do first is flip it over, and we're going to see we've got kind of like a pie-shaped piece that's underneath here. In our kit, we're also going to have some corner seals. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the corner seal that matches up to the shape of this seal where it's got a little semicircle cutout. Once we find that seal, go ahead and pull that off and apply that like so. Do that to the same on the opposite side. You can flip it over, and once we've got those both up, go ahead and grab your cover, put it on top of your rails, and then we're going to roll it over. Now you'll notice we've got a bulkhead seal on the bottom of the bulkhead bar. That needs to be facing towards the bulkhead, not towards the cab of the truck. Also make sure your straps are hanging down inside the bed, not hanging over the bulkhead. Once we rotate that over, the end of the rail is going to have an opening on there. The end of the rail on your side rail is going to slide into your bulkhead rail. All right, repeat that on the opposite side as well. All right, now that we've got our cover attached to our side rails and centered on the bulkhead, go ahead and slide the rail back to where it goes to the end of the bed cap where it meets the tailgate. Then we can go ahead and do our clamps. I've already set 2 of the clamps and they're nice and loose for right now. I'm going to show you what to do with the front clamp. Okay, here's the clamp as you pull it out of the package. Now I've already gone ahead and pulled the bolt up all the way so that you can spread the clamp apart. Then what I do is I rotate the clamp to the side. Next, you'll want to find a place underneath your bed cap that does not have any obstructions and set your clamp underneath there. Rotate the clamp over and set it in place. Now your center and rear clamps, you don't want to tighten down all the way just yet. Your front clamp, go ahead and get that set in place, and since we're already centered at front, we can go ahead and tighten this down using a 1/2 inch. Repeat the same on the opposite side. Now before we lock down our center and rear clamps, we want to adjust the alignment of the rail at the tailgate. So to do that, we're going to start rolling the cover back. We're going to watch how our load bars drop into place. So the load bars drop on top of a clamp. You need to reposition the clamp. So we're actually pretty close on this one. Move both those clamps back and move all the way back to the tailgate. All right, now when you get to the tailgate, you'll notice the tail rail on the cover will rotate into the latch mechanism. Now you want to make sure that between the tail rail and the inside of the side rail, you have about 1/8 of an inch gap. So what you're going to want to do is slide the side rail over to get that 1/8 of an inch, hold it in position, and roll it forward, and lock down this first clamp using a 1/2 inch. Roll it forward and lock down the center clamp. All right, repeat the same for the opposite side. All right, now we're going to roll it back to the tailgate one last time to install the corner seal on the tail rail. So find the corner seal that lines up and matches up with the shape, peel it off and set it in place. Do that on both sides. Well, that concludes the installation. If you found this video helpful, make sure and give us a thumbs up. If you want to know more about the product, check the link in the description below. And as always, if you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online.